Hi student, all of you are most welcome in this channel. Welcome back to my channel. In this video today I will be talking about important chapter that is molecular basis of miracle, that is chapter 6. So we have already discussed many topics. So in today's video I will be talking about the translation, that is protein synthesis. Like, comment, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe my channel to get many more videos coming very soon. So let us start to learn about translation, that is protein synthesis. So translation in action. What is translation? Translation is what? Nothing. It is a process by which protein is synthesized at molecular level in all the plants and animals. So here the raw material which are required are these. The material which are required are transfer RNA, then messenger RNA, and machinery. These are the machinery which are required for translation. Ribosome, this is what ribosome. Ribosome is having two units, small subunit and large subunit. Then messenger RNA, the processed messenger RNA in eukaryotes, and transfer RNA. Then all these things will work together and then they will produce protein, that is nothing, that is a chain of amino acid. It is also known as polypeptide. So how this machinery works? So first of all, we will learn what is translation. It is the process. There is a multi-step, that's why it is a process. Polymerization of amino acid. Amino acid, this is one amino acid, second amino acid, third, they get what? Polymerized. So this is a process of polymerization of amino acid to form a polypeptide. Polypeptide, that is a nothing, that is a polypeptide is a protein based on the sequence of codon in the messenger RNA. This, what will be the sequence of amino acid in polypeptide? It will be determined by the sequence of nitrogenous bases, that is codon, which are there on messenger RNA. It takes place, what is the site of protein synthesis? So the site of protein synthesis is ribosome. Ribosome consists of structural RNAs and about 80 types of protein. So ribosome is made up of what? Structural RNAs and around 80 types of protein. Ribosome also act as a catalyst. In the ribosome, there is 23rd S RNA. In bacteria, is the enzyme ribozyme. For the formation of peptide bond, peptidyl transferase enzyme in large subunit of ribosome. So for the formation of peptide bond, there is a one enzyme called peptidyl transferase enzyme is also useful. So there are four steps of translation. In translation, there are four steps. The first step is what? Charging of transfer RNA. This transfer RNA, when transfer RNA get attached with amino acid, it means it is charged. Second step is initiation. initiation of protein synthesis, then elongation, then there is a termination. So these four steps are there in the protein synthesis, that is called translation. Now we'll be studying what first step, that is called charging. Charging of transfer RNA, that is also known as amino acylation of transfer RNA. Charging of amino transfer RNA is known as what? Amino acylation, means amino acid is added to transfer RNA. How it happens? Formation of peptide bond need energy obtained from ATP. When there is a formation of peptide bond, it requires energy. This energy is obtained from ATP. ATP stands for adenosine triphosphate. For this, amino acids are activated. For this, amino acids are activated. Amino acid plus ATP and linked to the cognate transfer RNA in presence of amino acid transfer RNA synthetase. So there is this enzyme is there, amino acid transfer RNA synthetase. Okay, this amino acid, this enzyme in the presence of amino acid and ATP, it charges the transfer RNA. Thus transfer RNA becomes charged. Now this is uncharged, it is not having amino acid, but in the presence of amino acid and one enzyme that is called amino acid transfer RNA synthetase, this transfer RNA will become what? Charged. Here it is a simple tRNA alanine, okay? And here this is what? Amino acid transfer RNA, aniline transfer RNA, okay? So this is what? Here, what is there? Because the ester bond is there, this ester bond is there, and this ester bond amino acids attached with the transfer RNA. So it is simple transfer RNA, and now this is what? Charged transfer RNA. Now second step is what? Initiation. In this step, a small subunit of ribosome, this is ribosome, a small subunit of ribosome, bind to messenger RNA. This is what? Messenger RNA. A small subunit of ribosome will form bond with what? This will bind with the messenger RNA at the start codon AUG. This is what? Start codon AUG. So this is what? Initiation complex. Now large subunit binds to a small subunit to form initiation complex. So first in this small subunit bind with messenger RNA. Now this large subunit will also rejoin. So large subunit, small subunit, and messenger RNA together form what? Initiation complex. Together for initiation complex. So sometimes question will be there. What are different component of initiation complex in during process of protein synthesis? The answer will be what? The small subunit of ribosome, messenger RNA, and large subunit. Large subunit consists of amino acid transfer RNA binding site, that is called A site. Here, amino acid, A stands for amino acid transfer RNA binding site, that is A site. And peptidyl site, E site, where A site is there, E site is there, then E site is exit. The initiator transfer RNA, which carries methionine. This is what? Initiator transfer RNA. This is what? Initiator transfer RNA. It carries this amino acid, methionine. It is carrying what? Methionine. So sometimes question will be there. Name the initiator transfer RNA. So the name of that is what? Transfer RNA which carry methionine. So this is transfer RNA. This is carrying what? Methionine. What is the sequence of anticodon? UAC. UAC will be anticodon. The initiated transfer RNA which carries a methionine bind to P site. First, it will bind at P site. It will not bind at A site. Other transfer RNA first they will bind at A site, but this is the only one single transfer RNA which will directly join P site. And to P site, its anticodon. Its anticodon is what? UAC. Recognizes start codon AUG. So this anticodon will recognize start codon, that is AUG, at the messenger RNA. Then third step is what? Elongation. After formation of, after joining a first transfer RNA at P site, the second amino acid transfer RNA bind to A site of the ribosome. This is what? Second one. It will join at A site. Anticodon complementary to the codon or messenger RNA. Its anticodon bind to the second codon and the messenger RNA, and a peptide bond is formed between first and second amino acid in presence of peptidyl transferase. So these are two amino acids. Then there will be formation of peptide bond between these two amino acids by the enzyme called peptidyl transferase. Peptidyl transferase. This is an enzyme. First amino acid and its transfer RNA are broken. Now, first amino acid and its transfer RNA is broken. This transfer RNA is removed from P site, and second transfer RNA from A site is pulled to P site along with messenger RNA. Now, this first transfer RNA, it will be broken from P site, it will be coming to P site, this will be moving to here, and this will become this codon will be coming to this side, and this transfer RNA from A site it will come to the P site along with messenger RNA. This is called what? Translocation. This is called what? Translocation. This process are repeated for other codon in messenger RNA. In same way, now this will go out. Now this will come to this position, then this will come to this position. From this position, it will go to this position. So in this way, this process will continue till the last codon, that is what? UAE joins, which is a what? Stop codon. When a release factor binds to stop codon, the translation terminates. This is what? Stop codon. Then at stop codon, there is one factor that is called release factor, because this UAA does not code for any transfer RNA. There is no any transfer RNA for UAA. So at A side, there will be what? One factor, that is what? Release factor will bind at this A side, and ultimately the translation terminate. The polypeptide, this polypeptide and transfer RNA are released from the ribosome. Ribosome dissociates into large and small subunit. So this polypeptide is released, and messenger RNA is released, and ribosome larger subunit, and smaller subunit, they will be released from this area. So all these machinery will dissociate, and ultimately the protein will be, this is the product. A group of ribosome associated with a single messenger RNA. This is what? Single messenger RNA. This is what? Single messenger RNA. Okay. This is a DNA. From DNA, there is a transcription messenger RNA is produced. So when a group of ribosome, see ribosome 1, 2, 3, 4, A group of ribosomes associated with a single messenger RNA for translation is called a polyribosome. Another name of polyribosome is polysome. So this is what polysome. This is what polysome. And messenger RNA has additional sequences that are not translated, that is untranslated region or UTR. These are what UTR. UTRs are present at 5' end before start codon and 3' end after stop codon. They are required for efficient translation process. What is the function of UTR? They make this translation more efficient, but they don't code for any amino acid. So they are present at both 5' end as well as 3' end. They are just present before the start codon and after the stop codon. So here translation in action. So this is what ribosome. This is a smaller subunit of ribosome. This one. This is a large subunit of ribosome. Now this is what messenger RNA. This is what peptide transferase enzyme. These are transfer RNA. These are the various machinery which are used in what translation process. So initiation, what happened? Initiation, first of all, there is what these small subunit of ribosome, large subunit of ribosome. This small subunit of ribosome will bind with messenger RNA at AUG at the starting codon. Then large subunit will also bind. This is called what? Initiation. In initiation, methionine transfer RNA binds to P site. This is what transfer RNA. This is what transfer RNA. This transfer RNA. This transfer RNA will first form bond with P site. P site. It will identify start codon located at 5' cap. Then there is elongation. Then second amino acid, second transfer RNA carrying a amino acid will come at A site. Then these two amino acids will become very close with each other, and this peptidyl transferase, that is enzyme, it will facilitate the formation of peptide bond between these two amino acids. So second transfer RNA binds to A site in the elongation state. Then during elongation stage also there is a translocation. So this MET, it will be released from transfer RNA. Your MET amino acid which was there with the first transfer RNA, it will be what? Released from the transfer RNA. Then transfer RNA from P site, it will come to E site. From here it will be released. Then which was earlier P site, it will was here at A, from A site to P site. Okay. So in this way, there will be elongation, translocation from A side to P side. What is elongation? Translocation, transformation, translocation from A side to P side. Then ultimately, this ribosome will reach to the termination codon of the messenger RNA. This is what termination codon, UAA. For termination codon, there is no any transfer RNA. So at termination port, there is no any transfer RNA to at this place. At E side, there will be one factor will bind, that is called release factor bind. Okay. So then after the joining of release factor, then no any other transfer RNA will come. Then this polypeptide chain will be released. And as soon as polypeptide chain is released from this complex, okay, then messenger RNA will be also released, ribosome, small unit, and large subunit, they will be released, they will disintegrate. So in this way, protein synthesis takes place in what? A living organism. So once again, thank you very much for joining this video. Listen, like, comment, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. In next video, I will be talking about this human genome project and regulation of gene expression. So stay in the group, stay connected, keep on visiting my channel to get more videos related with class 11th and class 12th biology. These lectures are useful for your school examination, board examination, as well as NEET examination. Thank you very much.